Hey guys, it's Lauren from It's the Kellys, and I'm headed to El Salvador this week, and I am going to pack for you as usual. And why am I going to El Salvador? Well, remember the last time we were in this room when we were packing together and I was headed to New Orleans? Well, if you didn't catch what happened after, there was a lot of drama with my flight and I ended up with a $400 voucher to go wherever I wanted. So I booked a trip to El Salvador and I'm going by myself. I booked myself a tour guide, so it's just gonna be me and my tour guides, and we've already talked about everything we're gonna do and I'm so excited. So anyway, we are going to pack. Today I really want to focus on my capsule wardrobe, because on this channel we review a lot of bags and we review a lot of, accessories that go into bags to make packing easier. But even if you have the best bag, or even if you have the best packing cubes, it's still you that needs to be able to control what actually goes in your bag and in your packing cubes. And that's what we need to help you with, because I talk to you guys every day and I know a lot of you are still overpackers and need my help. And I get a lot of comments and DMs from you guys too, that you want to see the actual outfits and how I put them together and kind of what my thought process is of that. So today is going to be all about my capsule wardrobe, and I have 4 bottoms and I have 6 tops, which, if you can do basic multiplication, means 24 outfits. There's no way I would ever wear all of those outfits, but just like you guys, I like to be able to have choices. So let's talk you guys through it. At the end of the video, of course, I am going to pack the rest of my suitcase, but I'm not going to necessarily go super deep into everything. I also covered my capsule wardrobe stuff on my blog this week, so go to itsthekellys.com and check that out if you want a nice little written guide, so that when you need to go to pack for your trip, you don't necessarily have to watch this video. You can go read the blog instead. All right, guys, so there are 6 steps to making a capsule wardrobe, and that's what we're gonna go over right now before we start packing. So your first step is going to be thinking about your itinerary and thinking about the weather. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? Do you have a special event you have to go to? Are you going to be hiking? Are you going to be laying by the pool? Do you need to dress for dinner every night? Think about those things, and that's really going to help you pick the type of garments that you really want to bring. So I know, for example, on this trip, it is going to be hot. It is going to be probably in the 80s or 90s. I know I'm going to be hiking. I know I'm going to be going around the city. I know I'm going to be by the pool or at the beach. So that's what I know I need to bring. Also, at this point is usually when I make a little bit of a packing list, at least clothing wise. If you guys need packing lists, please sign up at itsthekellys.com and sign up for our email newsletter, and you will get a welcome email that has downloadable, editable packing list. So then step 2 is going to be to pick a color scheme, and that is what's going to make you be able to go right to your closet and get whatever you think you want to start combining to make outfits eventually. Kind of envision how you want to look on this trip. I know that as soon as I book a trip, I know exactly what I want to look like on that trip. And I don't know if every girl is like that. I really highly doubt that any men are like that, but that's totally what I'm like. This is going to be a color scheme that you're going to stay within so that you can start to make outfits. So do you want to be colorful? Do you want to do neutrals? Do you want to do earth tones? Do you want to do bright and tropical? I usually like to incorporate 1 or 2 or 3 colors within the scheme, and then a pattern. I really, really love patterns, especially on the bottom, and then I usually do tops that are a little bit more solid. So for example, on this trip, I picked kind of some boho vibes with my prints, and then did a couple of neutrals and a couple of really bright colors, because that's kind of what ended up matching. Eventually, all of your tops are going to match all of your bottoms, and that's why you need a scheme before you actually start putting outfits together. which leads me to step number 3, which is choosing your bottoms. Now, I always start with bottoms first, especially maybe because that's where I do my prints the most. So the bottoms are going to be your pants, your shorts, your skirts, but I usually do about 4. Now, as soon as I have picked my 4 bottoms, I'm going to arrange them in a nice little circle, because the next step, we're going to play a little game. And this is my favorite part, choosing your tops. This is gonna be any tank top, any t-shirt, any sweater if you're going somewhere cold, and all of the tops are going to match all of the bottoms. We are going to play a little game where we take all of the shirts and put them around the circle of the bottoms to see how many of these shirts match. And the goal is to pick about 6 of them. If the top you're holding up matches all 4 bottoms that you've chose, you can absolutely take that on your trip. If the top matches most of the bottoms, you can consider it, and that's the time when I kind of put things to the side, so that if you still have more room or maybe don't have enough things, that's totally fine. But ideally, you want to pick a top that matches every bottom, because then you have the maximum amount of outfits for your trip and the maximum amount of choices. If a top only matches 1 or 2 bottoms, you're not allowed to pack it. Unless you have a very specific look you are going for a very specific thing, then that's when you can pack that, but you have to make sure that you have room. So for example, I did pick out 6 shirts and my 4 bottoms. However, 2 of the skirts that I bought did come in a set from Shein, and I really like the way that they look together, and the tops fold up about this small, so I can still manage to put those in my packing queue, and therefore I'm going to pack them even though they don't match most of the rest of the outfits. Now that I have picked all of my tops and all of my bottoms, let me go ahead and show you what all 24 outfits are going to look like. Roll the fashion tape. And you guys, there's actually a bonus that you're going to be so happy about. Technically, these are just all of the things that are going in my packing cube, but I still need to wear an outfit to the airport. So I'm actually also going to bring an outfit that I'm going to wear on my body while I travel, and that's going to count as 1 more top and 1 more bottom. Last step is going to be to choose your accessories, because a capsule wardrobe isn't just about the tops and the bottoms. This is going to be your purse, this is going to be your hat, this is going to be your shoes and your jewelry. You now have 24 outfits that you need to find accessories for that match all of them. And because you have a color scheme, it shouldn't be that hard. With that being said, you are going to pack whatever accessories that you want minimally. When it comes to shoes, there are going to be 1 pair in your suitcase and 1 pair on your body when you travel, and that's it. If you guys are freaking out about that, then you can go ahead and read the blog that I wrote about it, because I give you examples of the 2 types of shoes that you should bring on every single type of trip. So I am going to bring my beloved Crocs that I bring to every single trip, that are not the normal ugly Crocs. They're the nice little slip-on sandals that are rubber. And I'm going to bring my Vessi shoes, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about Vessi coming up here soon. They are 100% waterproof shoes, and of course I'm bringing them with me, because what if it rains? I'm going to a waterfall, I'm going hiking. And also, this isn't necessarily included in your capsule wardrobe, but obviously you're going to bring undergarments, and I like to bring my Brandwin ones because they are merino wool, which is absolutely great for sweat. And then I'm going to pack 2 bathing suits. All right, now it's time to pack. And I am going to use a brand new packing cube today from Trip to Travel Gear. And this one's really cool because it's the same medium size that I always use if you guys have seen my other packing cube videos before, but it's actually two-sided. So you've got this side right here, and then you've got this side right here. Maybe you're gonna pack everything in here, and then once stuff gets dirty and you won't rewear it, you can put it in here. Or maybe you want to do bottoms here and tops here. Now we're going to pack everything that I just set aside in this one packing cube. All right, so here's all my bottoms, here's all my tops. And before you guys ask, you guys ask every single time, do you roll or do you fold? I see that you do a combination. Why do you do a combination? Why don't you fold? Or if I fold something, why don't you roll? And guess what? I have done this for years. I do what works best for me. I might need to roll, I might need to fold. It's not a big deal. Get them in there as neatly as you can and pack it. Now it's kind of filled to the top, but there's still a lot of room on top of that. So I can do things two different ways. I can put all of my tops in on top of this, or I can zip it up and put all of my tops in here to kind of separate tops and bottoms. So let's go ahead and do that so that we can really utilize the packing cube. Those are my 5 shirts because the other one I'm wearing on the plane, and then these are my 2 bonus shirts. I still have a ton of room. I could have packed more, but I don't need to. All right, let's put it into the suitcase. And you guys, the reason why I love packing cubes, like I've said a million times, this fits in half of a suitcase. All right, so now we have bras, underwear, and bathing suits. All right, compression cube is done, and we are going to put that in there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the other side, which is going to be fairly easy and just fill in with the extra stuff. I think sometimes a lot of people focus so much on clothing and forget about the extra stuff. I'm not gonna go super into it. If you have any questions of what is in there, let me know. I do plan on doing some shorts or reels about some of those items once I get back from this trip. Fun little thing that I like to do is to actually pack my bigger pair of shoes instead of wear it. Of course, the biggest tip that I'm going to give you is to wear your biggest shoe on the plane. But if I pack it in here and then end up buying stuff on vacation, I can wear these home and leave a little bit more room in my suitcase. All right, guys, I hope that that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you know how to pack a capsule wardrobe now. I think that it's gonna make your travel so much easier for so many reasons. And again, if you need a little bit more of a written guide, check out my capsule wardrobe blog on itsthekellys.com and get your free packing list by signing up for our emails. Thanks so much, you guys. I need to go to El Salvador now. Bye.